us an insight into things I think about while I'm busy doing things. So hello and welcome to the vlog. I'm here in an old hotel in Neum, which is a tiny little bit of Bosnia and Herzegovina on the coast. And yeah, as you can see, it's not exactly humming. It's before the season, it's raining outside, and yeah, it's not really open, but there's a conference here happening today, and churches in Dalmatia and up the Neum river towards Mostar. All together, I'm here to do sound. So a place like this definitely feels like a time capsule. Half squint and imagine the glory days of the 70s and people hanging out here and thinking this was absolutely it. These days there are places that are more it for the 2020s up and down the coast. It does make you wonder, when you see something new and fancy today, how long until that becomes something of a relic or an icon of a past age. Anyway, I'm going to show you the rain and the sea. Down these steps is the beach, such as it is. So let's do a runner. Let's not do a runner. Let's tread carefully on these potentially dangerously slippy steps. Go down, touch the beach, and then run back inside. I need to keep an eye on the time because I should be back upstairs in 10 minutes, just in case somebody wants to start early, which isn't likely. You never know. Right, look, watch this. Wow. I've never seen this before. See that? That really does appear to be a pebble on concrete beach. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I have a strange feeling that I'm kind of right about it. Anyway, it's been years and years since we came to Neum. We did come once with a group of young people from Novi Most in Yaitsa, because it was a way to take them to the seaside for the very first time, even when they didn't have passports. And Neum was also a place when we lived in Mostar that you would drive through if you're going down to Dubrovnik, which was kind of the closest airport. Is not a place that we've come through now really at all. But here you go, this is the view. So I came down to Chaplin last night to hang out a little bit with Becca and Ivica to catch up with what they're doing, to see their Novi Most work, and then yeah, to spend the night there. And then early this morning Ivica and I came down in the combi with the equipment, left his house or their house at 7:15, got here about 7:45, 10:50, and set everything up, and then we've been in the programme all day. So yeah, it's a long old round trip for me to do this, but kind of being asked to do it, you realise people are short of options of people who can bring equipment, set it up, run it all, yeah, who have access to the equipment and all the available things in terms of time and expertise. So I do think all of that translates into a little bit of a challenge for me in terms of like, how can I help and how can Novi Most help through the work it's doing? There be another generation of people who find it at least interesting to plug microphones into mixing desks. In the context of church work here, lots of people, including ourselves in our church in United, said we don't use PA, so people don't have to be able to do it week in, week out. But then if you want to do bigger gatherings or camps, conferences, that kind of thing, you need to find someone who's got experience. But people aren't getting experienced in the week-to-week church experience. If that all makes sense, it doesn't really, I know. It's just something that I'm thinking over, I've been thinking over for a while now. How do you help? Practically, what do you do? What opportunities do you try and create? What materials do you try and produce to help? Done a few things over the last few years where people have really gone, oh, it really adds value to have a good sound person at this. And so people do recognise, like if you can have a microphone and it turns on and it doesn't feed back and sound horrible, that's a massive plus to your event, where someone who doesn't know what they're doing plug it in and it just either doesn't work or it feeds back and it creates all sorts of chaos. So there is a recognition of the value of it. It's just about creating ways that more people can get involved in learning those skills. So we'll see what happens, but I would like to think that within a couple of years there'll be a few other people who at least could come along and help on something like this. So yeah, there you go. It's an insight into things I think about while I'm busy doing things. Right, ideally I'll be back up there in the hall in 10 seconds. That's not going to happen, but yeah, I'll be back at my post in a couple of minutes. So I'm slightly out of breath, almost back up to where I need to be. So with that said, I think we'll say that's it for this week's vlog. Thanks very much for watching. Do leave a comment or question if you want to know more. Do give us a big thumbs up for doing sound, and do remember, together we do adventure. We'll see you next time.